Welcome back, guys. We are going to be doing something a little bit special there today. We are going to be playing some Pokemon Stadium. Now, as you guys know, in 1999, on April 30th, Pokemon Stadium released for the Nintendo 64 with the capabilities of the Transfer Pak. Now, you guys know that the Nintendo Switch Online does not have that experience, does not incorporate the Transfer Pak. However, we are going to be taking this game and injecting our Pokemon Red team into the Switch Online experience. Now, if you don't know how that is done, I actually have a full tutorial video in the link description below or onto the card that's listed up into this corner here. So be sure to click that link and check it out if you guys don't know how to do this. So today we are going to be jumping into the Gym Leader Castle and taking on the Gym Leaders. And this is going to be a little bit of a mini series with Pokemon Stadium. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, so let's jump into the Gym Leader Castle. If you guys looked at the tutorial video that I linked in the description below or into the V card up into the top of the screen, you guys know that we've already registered some teams into the Pokemon Stadium experience. So if we take a look here, we actually have my original Charizard, my original starter Pokemon from my Pokemon Red from 1998 in the very first team there. That is my Pokemon Yellow Pikachu, and then of course that is my original team. As you guys can see, it's very 1999. We've got my sister's Gen 1 team as well from her experience with Pokemon Yellow. Her original Charizard and Pikachu are there. But we have from teams number 3 to 10, full of Smogon sets and already registered as battle teams. So as you guys know, we've already seen team number 8. We've also seen team number 10 in some Wi-Fi battles there versus Retro Knight. As you guys know, we did a series of battles against our good old buddy online, and we had some amazing experiences. 3 more Wi-Fi battles are coming to the channel, so be sure to check those out when they go up. So let's jump into the Gym Leader Castle here, and the first Gym Leader is going to be Pewter City's Gym Leader Brock. As you guys know from Gen 1, Brock is of the Rock Hard Defense, and we're going to jump right in here. So let's use our registered Pokemon teams. Now, of course, we are not going to be using team number 1 or 2 because those are something I've already had the experiences of using back in the 90s. Kids today, what's the 90s? Pokemon Stadium, what? Let's choose a team here to battle with. I think I'm going to go with team number 8 for this. So we are going to choose the same team that we used in the battle against Retro Knight. So how this works is that you have to go in and battle 3 trainers, and then you got to battle the Gym Leader. And those Pokemon can vary depending on their Pokemon types. Now, because it is a rock gym, you'd expect every trainer would have a rock-type Pokemon. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. So we are going to choose our team. We're going to go with a Rhydon, a Vaporeon, and we're going to choose our Charizard. Ooh, we are live from Gym Leader Castle. Love this commentator. I love it. So nostalgic. Alright, so we've got a couple of options here. We're just going to go for the Rock Slide. Rock Slide is probably just going to be the main thing to use. No point in using any one-hit KOs. If we can't take a Caterpie as a Rhydon, we've got a big problem. So, the graphics in this game, if you guys can remember back on the original Nintendo 64 and hooking it up to your good old CRT monitors, this was the main experience to battle Pokemon back in the day. I can remember battling a lot of other friends and people from the community in Pokemon Stadium. We used to kind of gather together at someone's basement, and we'd bring over our Game Boys and stuff, and we would just battle in 3D. So definitely fun. If you guys had the same experience, you know, post the comments. I'd like to hear from you what your favorite moments were. But my favorite moment was always when I was against my sister. Definitely the most nostalgic moments ever were battling my Mewtwo versus her Mewtwo, or, you know, my Charizard versus her Charizard. You guys know by now that I had Fissure on my Charizard, so everybody used to curse me out, but we are just destroying this bug catcher, guys. Obviously, my team is, you know, well trained. Let's just put it that way. So they've already called it. Difference in the number of reserved Pokemon. Of course, Beedrill. Beedree! Come on, Beedree. Oh, I don't want to switch. What am I doing? So the buttons on this are definitely funky for sure. you want to be kind of careful when you're selecting your attacks and your moves. I'm not using the Joy-Cons this time. I'm actually using the Switch Pro controller, so I'm hoping that that gives me a bit of a different experience. But so far, it's hard to remember the button controls because I'm so used to the old Nintendo 64 controls, right? So, all right, we got the rock slide off. There goes Boudry. Down and out. Oh, there we go, guys. First trainer in Brock's gym is now down and out. Now, if you guys take a look around the actual stadium there, you can see that the Boulder badge is listed up around the upper rim of the gym. That's always pretty cool, so just a little bit of a note there. Now, I feel completely old by playing this game. This game came out when I was a kid. Like, I think I was maybe, I don't know, I had to have been at least like 11 or 12 when this game came out. Because I remember Red and them came out when I was probably 10. And that is a big thing for me. This game is huge. This game is huge for me. I'm really glad that they brought it to the Nintendo Switch Online experience, because now, instead of taking out the old Nintendo 64 and lugging it over to my sister's place, I can actually do this and just bring over the Switch and have a couple controllers there and get the boys all set up for it. So I've got two twin nephews. I've got twin nephews. So I really want to incorporate the Pokemon experience for them. However, you know, my sister grew out of it. She's very against Pokemon. I don't know why, but probably because, you know, it's a very unique niche to get into. All right, Electabuzz, you did good with that Psychic, but got to take out that Audi. Get out that Audi. Let's go. Let's go for that Psychic. And super effective it is. Thank you, announcer, for stating the obvious. So if I remember correctly, I got Pokemon Stadium for Christmas one year. I got a little 13-inch television, a Nintendo 64 with the transfer packs, and Pokemon Stadium. And oh my gosh, I think I played that game every day. We used to have the television hooked up to the, well, it wasn't really surround sound at the time. I had it hooked up to like a stereo with 2.0 speakers, and we just blasted the heck out of this game. We used to just sit around and just battle. That's all we used to do. That and the minigames. The minigames were always a big thing when I was a kid. My sister and her friends and the neighbors' kids and everybody just always wanted to do the minigames. I wanted to battle. They wanted to minigame it. Didn't really work out very well for me, but we always ended up getting some battles in nonetheless. So Parasy is gone. In comes Zubat. What even is this team, boys? Come on. So one thing about the Gym Leader Castle that you have to remember is that there's a round 1 and then there's a round 2. So we're actually going to be making a playlist for Pokemon Stadium and putting all of this stuff into the playlist. I'm not really going to go in and make a bunch of layouts and stuff for it because there's really no need. The nostalgia of Pokemon Stadium alone is kind of key here, so... Alright, we took out the second trainer of Brock's gym. That is fantastic. And let's continue on to the junior male trainer. Now, one thing that I'm probably going to get questions about is the Game Boy that I have. When I showed it at the beginning, this is a Boxy Pixel modded Game Boy with a Freckle Shack kit. It does have a backlight. It has a built-in battery with USB microcharging. At the time when I got it, that's what was capable of being hooked up to it. Now they have like USB-C mods and whatnot, but I've got a built-in battery. That battery will actually last for like a year or more if you leave it in storage. It's all built in, and yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably the best Game Boy mod that I think I've ever seen. I have like the old original like DMG mods and whatnot, and you know, DMG is really cool and all, it's very nostalgic, but the fact that I have a very unique Game Boy Color, I actually would take this back and forth with me to work, play on my breaks, play overnight, that kind of idea, and it was so nice to be able to play in the dark, because I know, as you guys know, working a 12-hour shift during nights, everybody works with the lights off when you're at IT, so the original Game Boy, you had to have the coil light to be able to play it, so I'm really happy that I modded that, and it's like red with like gold buttons, and everything's metal. It's all metal. Even the game itself is metal, which is pretty sweet. It's probably going to freak out my camera here, but it is all metal. As you can see, there's a nice glare, nice shine to it. Yeah, pretty sweet, guys. Highly recommend it. I'm going to give a link to BoxyPixel into the description below, because the fact that they're doing these mods and they're trying to keep these consoles up to date is huge. So be sure to check those guys out. And then, of course, there's a couple of other things you can use as well to get your game saves off of your Game Boy Color games to back those up. I will post a link down below to some of those, but like there's the GB01 system module. There's, you know, there's a whole bunch of different devices. If I was actually smart, I should have had the actual device out here to show you guys, but there's one that actually allows you to hook your Game Boy game into like a little dock, and then you can actually hook it up to your PC and kind of emulate the game onto your computer, which is kind of sweet. And it's all built into their software, so there's a whole bunch of ways you guys can play your Pokemon games on your computer now legally, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and click continue here. Now, we are up against Brock, the man of the hour. We are getting into this battle. Looks like he's got Onix, Vulpix, he's got Ammonite, Kabuto, Cubone, and Graveler. So, as you guys know, back in the anime, Brock actually had a Vulpix. The fact that he has a Graveler, it's actually kind of funny, because I was kind of thinking, you know, I don't think his Geodude evolved, but his Onix did. His Onix went into Steelix in Generation 2. So let's go with Rhydon. We're going to go with Vulpix and Charizard, because obviously Charizard is the king of Gen 1. So let's go, guys. Let's get into this battle.
How will the challenger battle Brock's rock hard team?
How will we battle his rock hard team? Alright, here we go, guys. Let's get into this battle. Now, we are up against Onix, so we can either go for the Blizzard here, we can go for Earthquake, or we can go for the Horn Drill. Obviously, Rock Slide won't do anything. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Blizzard. I want to see what happens. And he's going to swap out his Onix. Brock. Oh, he went into Kabuto. As you guys know, Kabuto is a Water-type Pokemon, and I believe he's also Rock as well. So that's really not effective onto the Kabuto, so that's pretty cool. He's probably going to have something like Surf or Hydro Pump or Mega Drain or something. Just going to go for the Horn Drill. And we miss. There's a Hydro Pump. Oh, Rhydon, come on, buddy. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Brock taking out one of my pokes. That's amazing. Let's go to Vaporeon. Let's go, buddy. Okay, here we go. Let's go in for the Toxic.
This battle is still up in the air. Oh, Toxic! It opted to slowly damage the opponent.
Okay, he's going in for the Slash. Now, you guys know that Vaporeon's pretty much the one of the bulkier Pokemons in Gen 1. So, let's go in for the attack here. I don't think I'm going to have to go for the Acid Armor, but I think I'm going to go for the Surf. I feel like Kabuto's special is probably not that great. Now, he is a Water type, so this may not actually do a whole lot, but he still has that Rock typing too, so... Woohoo! There we go, we actually just knock him out. So that's pretty fantastic. So he still has his Onix, so we know Vaporeon's going to be chill. We don't know what his third Pokemon is going to be. Looks like it's going to be Ammonite. So Ammonite's coming into play. Pretty much the exact same scenario here. It is a Rock Water type, so I'm just going to go for that Surf.
What now?
Alright, here we go. That actually did quite a bit, taking him down into the 90 range. In comes the Spike Cannon. Now this has the capability of hitting, I believe, up to 5 times. Luckily for us, he only got 3, but I mean, realistically, it doesn't really do a whole lot anyways. So let's go in for another Surf, and then we're going to go for a Blizzard against his Onix because, you know, why not? Alright, here we go. Ammonite is down and out.
There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
Okay, here we go. Onyx, the main show, the big kahuna. We're going to go for the Blizzard. I really want to do just Blizzard against him because I don't want to take him out with a Surf. Come on. What even would that be? All right. That's a one-shot, guys. All right. So that is the very first gym leader in the gym leader castle taken out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video there today and could feel the nostalgia. If you did, let me know in the description, or not the description, but in the comment section below. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think. And if you guys want to see more Pokemon Stadium, post it up, guys. Let me know, and we'll get more Pokemon Stadium going. Take care, have a good one, and peace out.